Welcome back to Visionary Ventures, where today we're thrilled to delve into the fusion of entrepreneurship, artificial intelligence, and education with Lara Al Arab, a visionary in modern educational practices. Lara is known for her work in integrating these cutting edge fields into academia to prepare students for the challenges of tomorrow's job market. Join us as we explore her innovative approaches to shaping future ready education. First and foremost, thank you so much, Lara, for being here. I know you've been busy and on a break lately, and I truly wanted us to connect on this podcast episode.
Thank you, Carl, very much for reaching out. And it's actually music to my ears. And I love to talk about these topics you just mentioned. And hopefully it will be a fruitful conversation where people from different sectors and even the youth will benefit from this session. And saluting your actually work and efforts and spreading, the what people are talking about, the ideas, ventures, and other aspects on your platform. So chapeau bas.
Thanks so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. So, Laura, adapting education to include AI and entrepreneurship must require constant innovation. How do you maintain mental agility and stay ahead of educational trends?
Well, this is a good question because recently the last forum I participated in as an MC, and I was part of the organization team. Higher education were delving into this. I mean, the alignment, or I mean, how educators and different stakeholders in education are mentally prepared. I mean, and their well-being in really running all over the place to keep up with this, fast technology advancement. I mean, to revamp the curriculum, to prepare the educators, to prepare the whole. I mean, even not only the academicians, the team. I mean, the
Yeah,
facilities, the resources you're using.
it's a lot
I
of
mean,
work, and
a lot of
yeah,
work, and it's very stressful also to align with the SDGs and to align with international accreditation boards. And it takes
coordination
time.
is draining. Yeah,
Exactly. And there's something in academia that's always, because I'm part of the entrepreneurial ecosystem and the academia ecosystem, and I participate in events in both, ecosystems, and I see the difference. It's in academia, it's kind of, I mean, to make a decision and to integrate these new technologies, it's a whole process. And then now, let's say in the UAE, there's a new minister of education, new policies, new, like it's, and in KSA also, they're trying to align to Vision 2030 plus the SDGs. So to bring on these programs and integrate them part of university courses, university, requirements, whether major or core requirements, it takes a lot of time. And then you have AI ahead of you, and now you have big universities, professors, I mean, trying to show the world that no, we're using, let's say, I'm not that, we're not limiting AI to ChatGPT, but let's say ChatGPT is one of the, tools that educators are using even to design their courses. And then you have students maybe using it to, I don't know, assignments and so on. So turn it in. And so a lot of stress going on.
and there's a
And to
lot of
maintain,
plagiarism nowadays
yeah,
in education
plagiarism.
systems.
But hey, educators are smart too. I mean,
Yeah, I know, and there are many tools that can detect
sure, the
AI.
AI.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm
Uh,
interested to understand more about Lara's role and your mental agility, and how are you juggling between all of these?
Uh, for me personally, also, I'm a mother of three teenagers. And my son is now doing computer engineering, is majoring in computer engineering. My
God bless
daughter is
them. Yeah,
15
that's
and my
nice.
youngest is 14. So they are my
Wow.
Gen Z, my Gen Z and Gen Alpha advisors. So
Okay.
sometimes, no, I'm serious. Let's say my daughter, especially, I ask her, "Are you using this? What do you think of this app?" Like I also refer back to my kids on this, and to sustain and you need also to be part of this youth mentality. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you cannot say no, I'm live in this ivory tower and say no, I'm this educator, and we do this as 1+1, and by rules. And no, I need to listen to the youth. And my students now, some of them, I mean many of them, are also in the consultancy and training. So also I'm learning from them. So we learn from each other. And even they sometimes also, Lara, no, calm down. I mean, your venture is gonna, let's say if there's something I'm working at, it's okay. As an educator and giving these theories and working on assignments, it's different than actually being in this ecosystem. So I'm trying to
Exactly.
walk the
And
talk.
and later on I'm gonna get into that because I'm interested to understand both sides because it's really different. Whenever you learn something and you go and practice it, you will have a lot of other circumstances and variables at hand.
100%. I have there's one very smart Lebanese entrepreneur that I met like recently, and we are discussing the educational aspect of his platform. And then he said, I had business teachers. I mean, he's a graduate from one of the top universities in Beirut. And he said, like, I have instructors, mentors, professors talking about the business plan, marketing, financials, and so on. But then they're driving this, old car. They're not able to sustain financially at the end of the month. I mean, how come these come into our class and give us, prepare an idea, an innovative idea? It should be. They talk about things, but they're not doing it. So I said,
Exactly.
no, Lara, why not take the leap, go out of this academic, environment, and yalla, start your hustle, mingle, and learn. So I'm learning from entrepreneurs, from students, from the youth. So whenever I go, let's say, to big events in the entrepreneurial ecosystem, whether mentally, educationally, and even how to walk this journey, uh, I learn from them. I mean,
And
learning is not only from the books or the programs we give, but also life. I don't want to be like cliche, but it's true. I mean,
yeah, it
cliches
is.
are true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how about your stress levels and like all the pressure that you're surviving in this ecosystem?
Mental toughness is one topic that, especially in the Arab world, we don't tackle that much. Uh, whether as entrepreneurs, educators, or any human. And you have the AI now coming out, and so I guess we need to sit sometimes. Like for example, what I do is take a break and sit with my family and just try to be JOMO rather than FOMO.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to put it, or let's say make it part of our default system. It's okay to feel lazy. It's okay not to wake up early at 6 a.m. and do this 5 a.m. club thing, go running. And no, sometimes uh, even when you see people are running and doing, and in here in the GCC area, they say inges. So they are
Mm-hmm.
كله بده ينجز ينجز ينجز. They're
Just
trying
do
to,
it.
yeah, they want to do this, and they're competing with the other entrepreneurs, and this is a success story. Like my students are 24, 25, 26, and they're doing amazing, excellent success stories. I mean, whether in sustainability, engineering, education. And myself, my idea hasn't yet, been out. So then I was also discussing this with one of my colleagues, and he's younger than I am. He's like in his 30s. I say, Lara, it's okay. Don't forget that you've been in academia, you had your kids, and now you're doing your hustle. It's fine. Take it easy. So it's very good that we take a break, breathe, revisit our goals. This will bring us back to our plans in a fresher and more constructive way, rather than being in this loop, vicious circle of being like, this did this, I'm not, she's the speaker, I'm not there yet, she got her I don't know, seat funding, I haven't
Yeah,
started my.
comparison. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a trap. It's a loophole. I believe that
exactly.
comparison will hurt you more than actually give you a boost. However, there's also healthy competition when it comes to business and entrepreneurship, and you should learn from the successful ones and aim to maybe follow their path or get some I don't know, some good insights out of them. And
Insights, they
yeah,
inspire me,
yeah, you
actually.
have to get inspired, but not be competitive in a bad way
Mm,
and just go on and compare your effort versus
100%.
the others. So, Lara, continuing about this segment, could you share a challenging moment in implementing new technologies or curricula and how you overcame it? Like any
Mm,
examples that you can share with us?
sure. So let's say I was the director of I was the director of the Career and Innovation Center at one of the universities in Beirut. And the Career Center at that time lacked a certain, technology to facilitate the communication between students, employers, opportunities, and to organize workshops. And it's like what we call CRM, let's say, but it's a different thing. It's called career, let's say, system management software, to
Mm-hmm.
help the director or the team in the career center to have more efficiency and communication, more data, because data is power. So we need to know, let's say, how many of these students are interested, let's say, in applying to specific internships, specific posts, and so on. So mostly what we've done is, before, like, we used to send a Google form where students would, and and I don't know, it's weirdly, university students don't read their emails for one reason or another. So
Yeah,
they needed, yeah, so like, if it is something that they receive on their mobile, they
they're
will
not used to
directly,
emails actually.
yeah, so if it is on their mobile, let's say it's an app or something, directly they will respond. So I was thinking, Lara, what we were supposed to do, I did my research and I found the technology. Actually, it's a very international system that is used in big universities, MIT, Harvard, and so on. And at first, I wanted to replicate it with students at university. So as part of their, let's say, capstone project for them
Okay.
to start it. And it
Mm-hmm.
was a hassle, actually. Let's just convince the professor of the course to, I mean, just take this theme and tell them this is your project. And then you had, whether it's aligned to the so-called learning outcomes course syllabus, and then whether we have, so it was very hectic. And I said, Lara, maybe later on we do a competition, let's say, on certain tools and themes, and they might, but it didn't work out, actually, sadly for me. So I had to again do my research, and as I said, we did the integration of this system. And also it took me 3 years,
Mm-hmm.
or let's say 3 academic years to integrate it, because of the financials, getting the approval of the first, let's say, it's bureaucratic, at universities. But then, alhamdulillah, it went well, and this is getting data. And I heard now from the director who took over my role, they're very happy about this, technology. And then this technology is very aligned with because universities go through ranking process. The first construct, the first, one of the most important points for any university to get high rankings is research.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one, and everyone is working on this, is employability and reputation. So that's how this system helps universities. This is how I convince them, by the way. If you want, you know, employers, big four companies, reputable companies to hire from our university, we need to tell them we integrated this and we're working on the alignment with the employability for
You
us
touched
to,
on their weak point,
yeah,
actually.
exactly.
That's how you
Painkiller.
tackle them. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was thinking like an entrepreneur.
Exactly.
You got
So,
me.
so leading initiatives in such a dynamic field must be really demanding. And I know you've been talking about the challenges and the stress and all of that. But now I'm interested to understand more, how do you manage your well-being to keep up with the pace, like on a uh, physical activity, nourishment, special diet? I don't know. What do you do?
Last year I went over a very down side of this. And actually, I started having a lot of hypoglycemia attacks. I mean, many of them, and they were very dangerous because, I left academia 2 years ago. And there are a lot of challenges, especially as Lebanese in the GCC area. I need to voice that. We are very talented, very smart people. And plus, I don't have, I'm still building the reputation in the
Hmm.
GCC. I was in Lebanon, let's say. So I'm building my reputation in the GCC area, mostly UAE and KSA. I was born in KSA.
You were born, yeah. I wanted to
Yeah,
ask you exactly.
I was born in Saudi. I was born in an area now where it's booming with highly innovative, sustainable projects like NEOM and the Red Global Project. I was born in a military base, by the way,
Oof, wow,
and a compound. So I was like in a bubble with
strong
a
start.
multinational. Uh, this added to my personality. Multinationals, the mindset was totally different. The way we lived is totally different. I still sustained, and my Saudi connections, my friends, they are my family. I have really excellent relationships with as friends or colleagues here in Saudi. Um, so
And you're
this is
still
something
living
else we
there,
can
or
tackle.
you moved back to Beirut? You
I'm
lived
in
a big
Beirut,
part.
but one of the milestones will be hopefully moving soon.
Oh, okay.
So, but I when I visit Saudi, I visit and I sit like for a
You stay
long
for a
period
long
of
time.
time.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah,
I get that.
um,
It's your second home, basically.
yeah. It's my home. It's where I feel like the best childhood memories. I mean, ever. And weirdly, they also laugh at me because I was born in an area different than Jeddah and Riyadh, let's say, and Khubar. It's different, but I cannot but deny that it was beautiful. And let me tell you something now. I don't know how we just. My father was running one of the top companies as a CEO in one of the big districts in Saudi. And I used to like when my mom, she's in health sector, so she was also part of a hospital in Saudi, a military hospital, by the way, that caters for
That's
yeah.
where you were
So
born. Okay. Now we're
yeah,
linking the
so
story.
I just want I'm gonna link where does my entrepreneurial mindset come from. So when my mom didn't have time for her kids, we used to accompany my father to his office, and he had this huge office with huge conference table and so on. And the way he discussed projects and ideas, communicated with the team, I used to listen. And then I never played with my sisters and brothers and friends قبل بيقولوا هيك like the kitchen and so on. No, I used to have my desk and pretend to be the CEO of and give them missions. so,
So
so this is
you were the boss since you
yeah.
were
I
young.
really
Yeah.
I really loved it, and hopefully I don't want to say like lead or like command, but I really love this whole business kind of
Leading is
setup.
better than commanding, but yeah, I get that.
Empowering others to lead, like we always say, is good. I mean, working together to for the shared vision and
Exactly.
and goals, and it will be a shared success for everyone. So just getting back
I
to
love
the
that.
mental
Yeah.
toughness thing. So when I went over this
That
hypoglycemia
airport
attack,
doesn't want to
yeah,
sit
yeah.
in.
See, I'm talking a lot, I guess. You're bringing back a lot of memories and a lot of thoughts, and maybe this is one of
That's a
the
good
great
sign.
sessions. Yeah, this is a great session. I mean, to let out, but in a very specific point. So I decided to, slow down the pace,
Okay.
and revisited my plan. And I always revisit my plan, by the way. It's modified. I don't stick to one plan because you have a lot of new things coming up. You meet new people, new ideas. They inspire you. They give you new ways of handling certain aspects. And this is very important. Just you need a time where you slow down, and then hopefully you bounce back better. Uh, but yeah, I mean, trying to maintain or sustain with everyone, as you said, what you said is very true. Competing or having this competitive mindset, just no, but kun ahsan. No, I just want to look at them and see what was their journey. How did
Hmm.
they build it? So this
Yeah.
is how I'm looking at it now. So I sit with entrepreneurs and I tell them, teach me. I don't want to, I mean, be a preacher here. Just, I want to learn from even if they are in their 20s or 30s, but they've done it. I mean, I've sat with entrepreneurs now in the Series A, phase, and they're getting, I mean, and their company valuation is very high. I mean, it's millions of dollars. So I say, please tell me, how do I do it? What were the obstacles that I shouldn't fall into? Teach me. So actually, I asked
Because
two of the
we are
entrepreneurs.
constantly in a phase of learning.
Yeah,
We will never stop learning. I
yeah,
learn from a daily basis. I learn from the people I work with. I learn from the clients I work with. My own research. There's a lot of other touch points as well. So yeah,
mm,
that's a good lesson, I believe.
mm.
Lara, tell me a bit about how you are incorporating any specific routines to ensure you're physically prepared for your demanding role.
I think first of all, if we're talking about this mental هيدا, uh, maintain a healthy meal عن جد. Never skip, and with amid all of the meetings you have, the hassles, you have to jump there even if they're not face to face, and sometimes you forget to drink. So I mean, force yourself, put them as reminders on your phone. I have a friend of mine always, like, whenever I fly, I forget to for one reason or another, I don't eat well. So really, Lara, don't forget don't forget to take your fruit today. Don't. So في ناس عن جد, like, entrepreneurs, I found that
Because
are very
sometimes
compassionate.
we get to neglect ourselves, our bodies, our vehicle, and this vehicle is your vehicle that takes you to another place, and you will have to take care of it for it to take care of you and get you going.
Yeah.
So I truly believe that entrepreneurship is very tough, and entrepreneurs are tough on themselves and they neglect themselves at the end of the day. So I'm really intrigued,
Mm.
and thank you for the reminder about your lifestyle and any physical activity, diet. So now you were
So
giving us
basically, yeah,
all these.
yeah, drink. I mean, His Highness, the Prince of the UAE, Prince Hamdan, in one of his stories.
Yeah.
Okay. So in one of his stories, he shared an app where he shows how much water he drank, and I then installed the app, and so you get a
It's
reminder,
a water
Lara, you have
drinking
to drink.
reminder. Yeah. So you
Exactly.
track
So
how
this
much
is
water
one
you're
of the
drinking per
things.
day.
And I discovered, because I'm doing research, actually, you're tackling a topic that is dear to my heart, but I'm doing it for a different niche. Um, Mental toughness apps, let's say, like Calm.
Mm-hmm.
Can we use these?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
No,
I mean, prepare a list of
no
music.
censorship whatsoever.
Yeah. So a list of music, let's say, that makes you feel, let's say, happy or maybe more energetic. Music is really great. There is also a platform.
There's also Endel if you're seeking like sound calming or focus
Yeah,
or
share it with
whatever.
me. I would love
It's
to download it.
ENDEL.
Okay,
It's an app
Endel.
also. Yeah, so
I
you can.
discovered an Arabic platform. His name is, I don't know, not Fadi Ghandour, his son, Ghandour, Tuhun. It's an Arabic platform for preparing, especially he's trying to voice this for entrepreneurs. I mean,
Nice,
yeah,
interesting.
it's very interesting. Yeah.
Okay, and physical activity? Do you do like any stretching,
Um,
yoga, walking? I don't know.
Actually, a lot of walking with my daughter. When I came back, I'm not doing this, but she's my, I mean, BFF.
That's
So
nice.
before she used to go to her basketball sessions, so we used to do that. Uh, Recently, I'm not doing this actually, but I'm planning. Hopefully, now here in Saudi, I registered, yeah, gym. So we need to start this. Let's say a maximum of 2 hours, minimum of 1 hour, make it a weekly thing.
Hmm.
And I think looking at all of the people doing their, physical, training, it will help you boost your energy up also. And my kids are all athletes, so I'll
That
have to keep up with the youth.
yeah, that's more pressure on
Yeah,
you. Okay, okay,
yeah,
I get that.
exactly. So don't go through this.
Okay. Just remember to balance things
Yeah.
out and don't overdo it as well. So
Yeah, walking
that's
walking
really
at the
essential.
seaside or beach بلبنان is very beautiful. I mean, when I go to the beach, I read and walk.
Hmm.
So this is
Okay.
something I love to do.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to do it myself next week as
Yeah,
well.
you should. Biblos Ehden is beautiful. I mean, but I'm doing it in the area of Beirut. I didn't have time, but Biblos, I went like a couple of times, and it's very beautiful. You should.
Yeah. How do your personal belief and values influence your drive to integrate AI and entrepreneurship into education?
This is complex.
That's too complex. Yeah, so basically, I'm interested to
Mm,
understand a bit how your personal beliefs and values are affecting you at work, like
mm.
Lara, the educator and the entrepreneur.
Um, this is a great question, by the way, and I'm sorry for these AirPods. Bear with us, audience. I'm sorry.
No problem.
But this question is very hicky. Why didn't you tell me before? I would have prepared something. Anyway,
I don't share my questions
yeah, yeah.
beforehand, so you don't come prepared. It's a natural, organic, free flowing conversation.
Yeah. Recently, or let's say last summer, a good colleague of mine that is a very well-known speaker on sustainability and AI added me to a group of speakers who are experts from different fields: sustainability, um, engineering, AI, blockchain, etc. So I love the word futurist.
Hmm.
So I added it. Oh yeah, I'm an educational futurist. So I blend all of these.
I saw it on
I
your
mean,
LinkedIn. I like it.
exactly. I upgraded it. I loved it. And I said, oh, exactly. This is who I am. I'm not I don't want to say normal, but an ordinary educator where I
Mhm.
just take ولا بيجي let's say one of the courses كان عندي كمان أنا شوي هيك أنا في عندك شيء اسمه intrapreneur و entrepreneur,
Mhm.
right? So within my institution I was an entrepreneur. I tried to innovate. So بس يعطوني السيلبس بتطلع طب هيدي الاكتيفيتي بتزهق انه it's boring. I mean, we're gonna repeat it every single semester. Come on. طب هيدا learning outcome فينا نعمله بطريقة
So you
تانية.
were filtering out the
Yeah.
stuff and the curriculums and what to do and all
Yeah.
of that
And
because you were seeing and foreseeing the future and you know where the system is going.
exactly. But there's something انه many of the because مثل ما قلت أنا university is bureaucracy في plus عشان they need to align لنقول there are certain policies in the Ministry of Education, accreditation boards ولا أنت to offer this syllabus بتاخد approval إنه this is يلا it's approved within 1 2 3 4 so they cannot change directly. So أنت بقلب
Okay.
صفك أنا I call them I'm the master of my class. Okay يعني هلا عم بقول شوي secret بس نفوت على الصف مش هن بدهم by the end of this course.
I'll have to write the right subtitles for these secrets. Okay.
So let's say بيعطوني السيلبس بيقولوا لي by the end of this semester في هول learning outcomes وفي tests هول الاشياء اللي نحن we want to get it في objectives where students need to ace these objectives وبيبينوا نحن عنا العلامات يعني الكود شو هو النمبر ولا أنا I got an A plus so wow I got the whole لا A plus يمكن يكون bookworm I don't know. هلا أكيد في levels of questions مشرحة كمان في شيء اسمه Bloom's taxonomy we work on and so on and the way we do the questions
So what
analytical
did
comprehension.
happen with you
لا
being in
نفوت
the
على
new group
so
and
I
you
future
met?
so
Yeah.
so I go into this class let's say هيدا before discovering that as you said principles and values and like the futures is part of me. Yeah, so I remembered I went into the class. Okay, I gave the objectives, whatever they wanted, the bureaucracy. Plus, I added an extra sauce. So let's
Okay.
say I gave an entrepreneurship course for students who come from different backgrounds, physiotherapists, political scientists. And it's amazing how it worked out. I met a few months ago one of my students, Vispinis, and he's preparing his shelf. He's in the F&B sector. He opened his F&B company and he's innovating in the coffee and wine business. So it was like, wow, what I was doing was like, wow. You don't know the
You are
impact
shaping the
until,
future.
yeah, you don't know the impact until you see it هيك concrete. So,
Yeah, because on a
and I
daily
was
basis,
happy.
you're taking small steps that are shaping these future leaders and entrepreneurs and giving them the right metrics, tools, whatever it is, mindset, and all of these efforts will accumulate and it will lead to the final effort, which is the project,
100%.
the product, the service, whatever it might be. Lara, in what ways do you think education can benefit from a more spiritually inclusive approach when discussing technology and innovation? And when I'm mentioning spirituality, it's not only religion, it's about values, it's about community and humanity.
Yeah. Definitely it will because AI is not here to خلاص هيدا الفير انه it will destroy humanity وخبريات. It's the way كمان ما بدي كمان I just don't want to go through these cliches but it's true. في شيء اسمه HI, human intelligence, and part of intelligence is your spirituality, creativity, innovation, the way you look at the world, the way you socialize, you communicate, you build on relationships. And AI
And,
is here to facilitate this
and
more.
all of
Let's
these
not.
things are not available in AI. And cannot be. AI can replicate whatever is being done or in the learning curve for it, but they cannot have our fundamentals.
I love this thing that HI and AI complement each other, because without that, we can't build better futures. But we also need to be aware of the drawbacks of AI and be careful. So that's why there are now initiatives on building policies regulating AI. Let's say Elon Musk started this initiative, and we have to be careful because uh, so there are a lot of initiatives that all goes, as you said. Let's not put it at the word spirituality, but HI, human intelligence, because we know how, let's say, the Oscars went, how Oscar, I mean, created something for the benefits of the world, and then they used it to destroy each other. But no, let's look at AI as a tool that facilitates, as a tool that works with HI in surgery, in the health sector, in education, in building relationships. And we have to, but again, be very aware and conscious about the negative part of AI, and try to regulate work policies, etc. And that's what even diplomats now, they're working on deep tech policies and governments. I'm hopefully closing an MOU with one of the top-notch experts in Diplo deep tech strategies, and she has built a program on that. And this is how we can benefit from AI. Just not look at it as a threat, but as
Mhm.
an opportunity. Let's draw the SWOT analysis of AI, and different stakeholders, let's say, as I said, in agriculture, how they can work with it, health, education, etc., to align with SDGs, and even to align, as you told me before, what are your principles and values, and being a futurist, being highly ethical. We need to be ethical about using AI, um, uh, and integrating AI in different institutions, different, I mean, aspects of our life. Not abuse
Exactly.
it, not abuse AI.
100%.
Yeah,
100%. And I totally agree about ethics. And this is what we maybe, I don't want to generalize, but nowadays it's missing in some parts of the world and in some businesses, industries, or whatever. And I
yeah.
truly believe that we should go back to ethics. And if it's AI or any other tool available, or literally anything, it can be a pen, it solely depends on how you use it, you as a human being, how you're
Mm,
using this pen. Are you writing a curse word? Are you threatening someone? Or are you saying, I love you, thank you so much? It's really how you use the tool. So I truly believe in the power of AI, and it's here to help us actually, and it's a great innovation. It's not new, as all of us like
mm,
now it became more mass in terms
yeah.
of adoption, but it's not really new. And I hope that mass adoption will grow more,
Mm.
like the blockchain and also the technology behind it, which was
I would love to add
amazing.
something here, if I may.
Of course.
Uh, uh, so I'm trying to build this venture, and I'm discussing the AI part of it. And this, as I said, the expert of Diplo, she advises for FDA approvals and so on. And she told me, so basically, I'm working on the sports mental toughness part. There are now tools that assess the players and athletes, different, let's say, it's not spread, but there are like one or two tools that are FDA approved, uh, to assess their certain indicators for them to reach their peak performance. So
Hmm.
this is one thing that was wow for me. And they're using data analytics to AI وما بعرف شو to really help athletes, uh, work on themselves better. So as we said, data
Achieve
is
more, yeah,
power.
of course.
When this helps you, I mean, in surgery, for example, I mean, it's very important. One of the Lebanese, I mean, she's a role model and pioneer, Dr. Hashash. invented this robotics where it's something, yani, a lot of, so correct me if I'm wrong regarding spelling or pronouncing her name, please. But she is doing great job. She's one of the pioneers in integrating technology and into the health sector. And now going through the AI, it's something. So yeah. But as you said, ethics, 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 and not only work ethics, human ethics, and how we work with this new advancement.
And now, continuing this flow, I would like to go into the mission of Lara in business, in entrepreneurship. What is really your driver? What is driving
So,
you? What's your mission?
as I said, and I've written this before, I want to bridge the gap between academia and the entrepreneurial ecosystem to help people graduating and into this job market. It's a very competitive job market, very highly competitive, especially with the AI. I mean, we know from the World Report and other reports, McKinsey, Deloitte, etc. There are a lot of jobs will be, disappearing. But this doesn't mean that new jobs won't come, and won't be added. So how are we preparing our generation to meet these challenges and to be highly competitive in such a stressful, and stress can be positive, ecosystem, whether they decide to be part of the entrepreneurial as a startup, or whether to be part of, a certain institution. If they're inspiring, well, I want to be a consultant at the Big Four. To be a consultant at these companies, what is needed? And then I know people working at PwC, working at Boston Consultancy Group, Deloitte, etc. These big, huge companies, like nagging about the new graduates. So that's why what have they done? They are doing this internship program, BCG, Deloitte, PwC. Why? To prepare the generation to fit how their vision, the way, the workflow, etc. So we need to liaison, and we need to bring these two worlds together, because Aslan academia, and just recently I commented on a very well-known entrepreneur's schooling, and why should people go to school? Why should people go to universities? وهلا as per statistics, حتى Ivy universities, people are dropping out. I mean, Ivy League, MIT, and they're doing their own venture, their own TikTok.
Because it became easier to generate money or create anything, and now a content creator can be a full-timer, and that's his life or her life, and generate money and income
For
out
me,
of
it's
it, and
scary.
this out of it. So yeah, selling online, opening an online shop, an e-com shop, and selling products online have never been easier. So yeah, there's a lot of services, skills, and skill set basically that you can do easily and move on and create something on your own. And this digitalization of our current world is what changed, I believe, this new generation. However, I believe, my personal opinion, that education is crucial because it gives you the basics. It gives you something to rely on. Even if we don't use x square, I don't know what, as a math problem, or I don't know what in our daily life, but still you might use it somewhere. It might come up, I don't know where. It's a good base. It's a good fundamental.
That's why we should revamp the curriculum. We need to revamp it.
I believe, segment the curriculum and dissect it in a more categorical way. Like, what are you good at? Let's not, if you're a scientific minded person, go in full on. Don't take art, literature, and I don't know what. I don't know. It should be maybe more focused and tackling
I
everyone's.
disagree with you, Carl Honish, right?
Tell me about How do you
So,
see the future of education unfolding?
so now you hear a lot about the word STEM. وهلأ صار STEAM, you know. So they added the A for the art, you know, science, technology, math, and engineering. So they added
STEAM
art.
disciplines.
Yes, STEAM disciplines. Um, Gary
With,
Vee always talks about the school and what did the school teach you. وهلا
Mhm.
بالعرب world, a lot of entrepreneurs voicing, you know, why should we, you know, go to school وخبريات. That's a very, it's like a red flag for education and educators to work on that. Actually, مثل ما قلت, like as I said, the conference that I was part of, they were all, I mean, from Qatar, Australia, Canada, from the whole world. We're there discussing how we can work on our curriculum to even retain our students, to build our reputation, not to have dropouts, to make the people more interested. And years ago, one of the prominent figures in the UAE was talking about the hybrid campus, let's say. And now you see the metaverse. People are joining in Cyprus. There's a university where you can join in if you want to take an AI course, let's say, in this metaversial world, and graduate from this metaverse with the degree of, let's say, AI or blockchain, all of these new, technologies. So how can we rebuild and revisit our curriculums to fit, as I said, bridge the gap. We need to bridge the gap. ما فينا يكون الأكاديميا عم بتعلم أنت عم تقول scientific how do you know, Cart? How do I know that a kid who is 6 years
No,
uh,
not at a young age, of course. I'm talking about having
high
them
school?
specialize in high school, of course.
Let me tell you
You
the
have to
example of
build the
my son.
foundations.
هلا my son will, but anyways, my eldest boy now, inshallah, September he'll be 19. So he was part of a francophone university, schooling. So he took the French baccalaureate. Okay,
I did
uh,
too.
the French baccalaureate, the new system, it's different. So
Mhm.
they, as you say, specialize you. And from the beginning, my son was like, I want to be a surgeon. Okay, now every, you know, and he was like always watching YouTube programs on surgery. So I'm into, as I said, I was the director of a career center. So there are certain assessments like
Mhm.
Hole and Code, Mike Beggars. There's a Baker Man now. It's very, there are a lot of tools that assess, let's say, what are you supposedly good at. But Amjad, when it comes to reality, it gives you a hint, but
Mhm.
not the whole picture.
Of course.
So that's another venture I'm working on, by the way. So basically,
You're
he
working on a lot of
graduated
ventures now.
on two, on two,
We,
on two,
we
on
need
two
to compile
specific.
them.
I'm focused. I'm focused.
Okay. So what
عشان في حدا
happened
من
with your
رفقاتي قالوا
son?
لي Lara, you need to be focused. This is
Exactly,
one
focus.
aspect of entrepreneurship.
Because we tend to
Um,
juggle between a lot of watermelons and eventually they'll be on the floor.
yeah, you need to be focused. So my son was like, خلص, I'll be in the medical school. He went to the medical school, or he like, oh, I hate it. He's smart enough, by the way, because not every person would know, is it I don't like it, or is it I'm I have this fear factor of not doing well. Yani, he was able to assess because now he's living it. You need to live it. Well, actually, before he entered, I personally, عشان the school didn't give the internship and job shadowing for high schoolers. So I called one of my famous doctor, and I told him my son would like to, come and shadow you. قال لي he's underage وخبريات من هالنوع. I told him I know I can sign a consent as a parent and don't worry about that. So he said okay, fine. So he went in and he lived as a doctor for like 3 days, but it's not enough. But living it at university, he said, Mom, Anna, and this is regarding specialization, because in the French baccalaureate, you only took the scientific like the physics, chemistry, and biology. He didn't take math. So from second, back 1, back 2, no math. Now he moved to computer engineering. And he stayed, because he's in an American system, more pragmatic,
Totally different
okay?
career path.
Now he can, yeah, totally different. Now he has to take the math, the prerequisites for the math and physics. I've
I
lived
see.
that.
Yeah, I got your point, and I understand. Yeah, how, of course, if you're doing a total career shift, then specialization in high school won't really do it, because yeah, he missed on some stuff, of course. I agree on that. However, if he or she knows what they want to do, why waste more time and go the extra mile to do it? Time is precious. And if they
Sure.
really know what they want to do, they're sure about it, then go. Specialize in it. Do it. Finalize
So
it.
let's
Move
talk
on.
after this interview about that. Maybe you give me more insights.
Just giving you an idea.
Okay.
Anyhow, tell me a bit more about your most successful outcomes that you've seen from teaching entrepreneurship and AI to students, and how do you measure success in these areas?
At the time I was in class giving, because now I haven't been in class for like
Or even
2 years.
lecturing.
Yeah. As I said before, a story I gave you, the impact you see in real life, and you inspire them. And teaching entrepreneurship is, you know, by the end of this course, you have students looking at the jobs, careers differently, because now they know they can venture, let's say, and now they can think more creatively if they're part of an institution as entrepreneurs. So you are nurturing this entrepreneurial mindset. And I've done a research on that. Actually, my research is on nurturing the entrepreneurial mindset for university students. And my thesis is on even preparing educators with certain programs and nurturing their entrepreneurial mindset. So there are different constructs, but the impact, as I said, that you see, this is a proof. I mean, I have this humble, I don't want to brag about it, but really, whenever I walk, I say, this
You
student
can
started
brag a
her
bit, it's
trading.
fine.
لا, but I don't talk about it a lot, but when I see my students like succeeding, one of them now, he is at some university, Germany. He created a product that it's an artificial tree that, let's say, absorbs CO2 and emits more oxygen using a certain microorganism. And when I took this product to the Ministry of Energy in Abu Dhabi, and then we had this call, they were amazed. And one of the consultants is Italian, and he started asking these questions and so on. And they actually they gave us opportunity with 2 investors, part of Hub 71. But my students, Allah Samho, he was like, Dr. Lara, I'm not gonna go with the GCC. I'm gonna go to Germany. I want to register the IPs there and get my
Is it a better
scholarship there.
ecosystem still till now?
The opportunity by Abu Dhabi was really big, but I don't know, for one reason or another. كمان في عندك family component, by the way. Entrepreneurs, هيدي على فكرة, it's one of the constructs in your entrepreneurial intention. Family, their background, the pressure, the stress. So مثلا في منهم بيقولوا لك, no, finish your master's degree, put it as part of your program, بعدين تقلع فيها. بس لا, you have to start somewhere. And if you had these investors interested, the Hub 71, مش شيء صغير يعني. You know what I mean? It's your choice. I did what I had to do. So this
So
is
he
one
missed
of the examples.
on a huge opportunity in Hub 71 in Abu Dhabi, basically.
But now in Germany, now he's part of it has one of the top-notch he's very smart mashallah إنه هيدا الشاب. It's part, they have a very, I mean, very هيك great innovation hub where he can start there, and he's doing his hustle. وحتى now he is, I mean, he is one of the first students in the university جامعة الحكمة who I worked with. وهيدا الإنسان, this person I know he will do amazing work, and the way he thinks, he's an engineer, and with the innovation we gave him the program, the boot camp, the hustle, and so on. I know that he'll be a very successful, even if not an entrepreneur, in a company with this entrepreneurial mindset. Another impact is I worked with 3 ladies, part of it. They created a game that they pitched as part of a competition in the UAE. One of them now is part of the youth council. So this is how you see the impact. You know,
Nice. Now we spoke a lot about your journey, your achievements, your students, the ecosystem, the educational system, the innovation in it, and all of that. Now, what can you tell us about your own ventures and whatever you're currently working on? Because you mentioned 2 startups or two ventures. I know there might be a lot of confidential content material and stuff, but just what can you tell us about it?
A dear colleague of mine, when I share, he's very into this ecosystem, a leader in this ecosystem. So, you know, there's a famous, you should hear it, a famous TED Talk called multi-potentialite. There is this multi-potentialitism going on in the air, where you feel like, yeah, like you have potential in every single thing. You know, I'm good at this, I'm good at that. Why not? And then he said, Lara, you should read this book, The One. It's very important. I mean, where you focus on one thing at a time. And I told him, you know what? I've been an educator, a mother, a hustler. أنا as a person, I hustle between me being a mother, me being as an educator, me running the center, me being a cheerleader. So I can be a multi-potentialite, man. It's okay. So you cannot succeed if you have, as you said, all of these together. You have to focus on one baby, let's say. عشان هيك هلا for my kids, for example, بدهم يجيبوا cat or dog. No. Can you focus? Can you treat this? I mean, can you go walk? Can you feed? Can you? It's a lot of work, right? So I'm focusing now. I have these 2 خلص, because they are research based. So these 2 ideas are research based, research well. يعني. So I'm focusing now on one of them, and I'm keeping the other for later. The first one is related, as I said, on sports mental toughness.
Okay.
Targeted to athletes. But I'm not going to go into the whole idea for now, but we should share, of course, to get the feedback. It could be, so it will be like a platform to empower, you know, the athletes with sport mental toughness tools and educational awareness like platform. So it's an edutainment platform.
I love edutainment. It's the future, I think.
Yeah. So I'm blending both in a very short modules, topics like, let's say, how to deal with injury, how to deal with failure, how to deal with success. And even there are a lot of athletes who left there. They're not all like Ronaldo, Messi, and Rafa Nadal. Rafa Nadal is my...
Yeah,
he's a role model.
Rafa on your stories.
A lot.
I know you're a big supporter.
He is, يعني, if he endorsed my platform, that would be something. I'm gonna target, I mean, inshallah.
خلاص, we'll have to reach out to Nadal and get him on an ambassador program.
Sure, this is one of the milestones I'm working at, inshallah. Rafa Nadal, I mean, he's a good example. Djokovic is a great example also on dealing, because he's always talking about breathing, and being conscious about your breath, your mental agility, and even Ronaldo talked about it a lot. I mean,
Mhm.
Michael Phelps is one of the ambassadors. I mean, Michael Phelps is a great story. He had ADHD. He is an HD. He is a person with ADHD, and this swimming made him focus and
Mhm.
made him. And now he's creating this platform about being friends with his dog and how his dog helped him throughout his journey. This is also goes to sports mental toughness. Not all athletes know about that, and not all athletes are part of clubs and academies where they integrate these programs. Of course, let's say big academy like Chelsea, let's say they have their team, but it's not um, as like when they focus on their physical training. I mean, you have this is
So,
very important.
so
Yeah,
if we want
tell
to
me.
summarize what you currently are working on, we can say that you're working on a platform that will integrate education, entertainment, with, of course, there might be some AI features in it or
Mm.
something. What else?
So yeah, basically it's an edutainment platform bringing in very interesting topics. So athletes empowering athletes. So it's not me preaching
Okay.
about dealing with injuries.
So,
An athlete,
so you're building a community as well.
exactly.
Amazing, amazing. And at which stage are you currently in?
I'm actually say baby steps. I told you I'm slowing down. So when I
Okay.
slowed down, I tried. Now I'm focusing on this venture because I was focusing on something else, and it's taking
So
time.
research stage.
Yeah, so I'm doing the research. I'm publishing the research as a peer reviewed article.
Okay.
It's a mixed method. So it is like there was a survey that was, disseminated among different athletes, swimmers, football players, etc. And a question like I went interviewed football players, female
Nice.
football players for now, and my next step is basketball and so on. Inshallah, it will be published.
And you're
Okay,
doing it all alone,
and
or
in alignment, I'm trying to build my team. So I'm communicating this with one of the top-notch, creatives who, done videos, built programs in the GCC area. He's now based in Canada. Um, yeah, and we're trying to. We're still babies, but we have the tools, we have the research and so on. فإن شاء الله ما بتعرف أنت بنعمل البوم يعني.
hopefully it will do
Hopefully.
a great boom. So you're a solopreneur at this stage. You don't have any co-founders or
No,
anyone.
not yet. There is
Oh,
a coach, a football coach, who is working with me because I'm trying to build these, modules. So I've partnered with a national football coach who is FIFA. Also, he gives courses with FIFA and so on, and he's very well known.
okay, okay.
Yeah,
So before we wrap up, I wanted to also ask you about what difference did you like? Did you notice any difference once you started working on your own venture versus what you used to preach and teach and coach?
yeah. Walking the talk is different than giving it in class. And I didn't want to be this person who, as I said, one of the entrepreneurs told me, my professor came in, tell us to do this project, and he is still, driving this old car. You know, I don't want to be this person. Yani, what I'm trying to do is walk the talk, but it's really difficult,
So you're
very
seeing the
difficult.
difference.
Yeah, I'm seeing the difference.
Okay,
It's
okay,
difficult
nice.
because when you're just at the ideation phase. Apologies for the sound, right, for your audience. Um,
Is that a
when you
fire
are
alarm or an intercom or
no
something?
enter thing. Um, Uh, can I take it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, go. Let's focus. Let's focus. So what I was saying is, in the ideation stage, okay, you have the idea, you do the lean Canva, you see the opportunity, you see the threats, you build the business model and everything. You have everything on paper, really, wow, an A
Mm-hmm.
plus.
Yeah,
But when you
and
want to, like,
to
and it's
execute or to get
yeah,
it to real
starting
life.
to exactly the execution part. It's time, it's your connections. That's why one of the modules and trainings I've built is how to, networking. Networking is a mine, is like a gold mine.
Mm-hmm. So you believe in
Uh,
networking.
I, I'm not a social butterfly. I network for purpose. There's a
Nice.
strategy. There's a
Okay.
strategy you should, you know, work with in building your network. So if you go to a certain, and you have to be selective on the networks you were part of, the events you attend, let's say. If you're just attending, not a speaker. So
Is
this
it
is
like
something
a
else.
marketing strategy that
Yeah,
you
it's part
think
of
is
your go-to-market strategy, but you need to be really focused. Let's say I've attended Leap twice, but when I go to Leap, before I look at the agenda, I see, well, there's this investor, this speaker who is investing in this, da, 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 da. So I build my agenda and the topics accordingly. I don't just, go to the event and I just don't go to the, apologies again. I don't just go to the event just to look at the newest technologies and so on. No, I go and pitch my idea. Also, I need to get feedback, right? To
exactly.
test, are they interested? Not, is it something worth moving forward on with? So yeah, so networking, it's a strategy. Okay, it's part of your go-to-market, but you really need to know how to ace your network.
Did you start with your marketing strategy, or it's too soon currently to start building your ventures strategy?
Hello, it's on paper, but I'm gonna be vocal about it and voicing it beginning of the next year. So this
Lovely.
third quarter three
It's
is
coming to life.
yeah,
You see it unfolding. Yeah, I'm
yeah,
excited to see what you're cooking actually, and
yeah.
that's
Quarter
nice.
three is cooking.
Yeah, quarter three, it's cooking. In
هلا أنا شوي
conclusion,
خاف كتير بس ماشي الحال يلا.
don't be afraid, Lara.
Yeah,
Don't be
yeah.
afraid. You're
I
gonna
need to
live
learn
your
this
ups
from
and downs.
entrepreneurs like you.
Thank you, Lara. And
Yeah.
I would like to hear your last advice or anything that you would like to share with the listeners that are entrepreneurs or solopreneurs or people that are looking to take the leap and start their entrepreneurial journeys.
Yes. Leap to reap. This is something I'm working on. So yeah, you should go out of your comfort zone. As you said, never fear. There is a calculated risk, of course, but it is a difficult road. It's a difficult road because a lot of you've seen there's a lot of competition, a lot of ventures, a lot of tools, many things around you. Just like this colleague told me, just block this, just focus, really. And saying the word focus, learn how to focus. Not just
Mhm.
say, well, I need to be focused. Go sit and write. In order to focus, I need to do 1, 2, 3. I have this to do. So it's not just I say, I need to be focused. I have to write down how to be focused. This is number 1. Number 2, whatever you look around you, the success stories, as you said, as you advised me earlier, don't look at them as, he وصلت بعدني أنا zero. He a hero. Like, don't look at it as something aggressive. Learn from the journey. Focus, learn rather than compete. And 3, هون بيسموه inches. يعني work on the plan. Start. A young entrepreneur he's mashallah no, very, very, very successful. قال لي Lara, please just start.
Yeah, take action.
So
Exactly.
أيوة, take action. Exactly. Walk the whatever plan you have, take action عشان to see this didn't work. Type. I'll modify. I'll work on this. There is more opportunity here. Yes. Okay. So the just focus, learn, take action, and hopefully you'll be there. If it didn't work out, there are a lot of other opportunities. Hopefully, so it will work out definitely. One day, one way, it will hopefully.
Exactly. Thank you for the advice. Thank you for the podcast and all the valuable lessons, and for your transparency and sharing your journey with us. It was a pleasure to host you, Lara. Thank you so much. And
Thank
I
you for
wish
the
you all the best.
opportunity. Thank you for the opportunity, and I hope to get feedback on this idea, inshallah. Thank you, Carl. I also learned. And you, thank you very much, because you made my day. You made me look at things from a different, like the success and the impact. You made me more conscious about it. So thank you for lifting my day up.
Thanks so much.
وميرسي
And
كتير. Good luck at all of your endeavors also.
you
Ciao.
too, and we stay in